Have you ever stopped to think about what it would be like to live in the Roman Empire, walking through the ancient streets, looking at those gigantic buildings and thinking, how did they do all this without the machines we have today? Well, the truth is that Roman engineers had a secret so powerful and mysterious that no one knew about it for centuries. And the worst part, this secret is so deep that it still haunts us today. Imagine the fear of standing in the middle of a great Roman road, looking around and realizing that at any moment something could happen and you couldn't understand why. How did these buildings withstand time and natural disasters? What did they know, and what did they really do to create these amazing works? I know you're probably wondering, what's so scary about this? Calm down, I'll tell you. Now get ready, because what I'm going to show you in this video will blow your mind. These secrets that Roman engineers kept from us have the power to change everything we know about construction and technology. And I promise you, you will never look at a building the same way again after you discover what they were really doing. Stay with me and I will show you everything, because the solution to all these mysteries is right here in this video. Let's go. If you are not subscribed to the channel yet, seize the opportunity to be part of our community right now. Every interaction you have makes this space more special. Who were Roman engineers? Imagine a group of soldiers who not only brandished swords or marched in organized ranks, but also had the power to transform landscapes and shape the future. These were Roman engineers, the true visionaries of the ancient world, responsible for works that defied the limits of time. They were specially trained to acquire skills that went far beyond battles. Geometry, calculation, construction, and land measurement were some of the areas of knowledge they dominated. It is no surprise that, in times of crisis, even Roman emperors relied on these professionals to solve problems that could shake the structure of the empire. The origins of these engineers came, in most cases, from the army itself. After all, in an ever-expanding Rome, war was not just a direct clash. It was also a matter of logistics, infrastructure, and preparation. To conquer and hold territories, it was necessary to build roads that connected cities, fortifications that protected soldiers, and even war machines that guaranteed victory. Every Roman engineer was therefore a key player in the strategic framework of the empire. And if you think these tasks were common, think about how, more than 2,000 years ago, these engineers were able to measure the land with almost surgical precision, using rudimentary but highly effective tools, such as the groma and the corrubates. With these tools, they drew angles, checked levels, and designed monumental constructions, all with a precision that impresses even modern engineers. But what made these engineers so special was their ability to innovate. Every project they created was designed to meet the specific needs of the time, but also to stand the test of time. For example, the Appian Way, one of the most famous roads of ancient Rome, is still fascinating today for its durability. It was designed to withstand not only the heavy traffic of armies and goods, but also to ensure water drainage, preventing corrosion of the structure. The attention to detail was so great that many of these roads can still be seen in various parts of Europe. And it doesn't stop there. These engineers didn't work alone. They led teams of workers, which included everything from slaves to specialized craftsmen. The ability to coordinate large groups and ensure that each person knew exactly what to do was one of the reasons why Roman projects were completed so efficiently. In addition, these leaders were able to adapt their constructions to the most challenging terrains, be they arid deserts, steep mountains, or treacherous swamps. Now stop for a moment and imagine walking down a Roman road or looking up at a fortress built to withstand the attacks of enemy armies. Can you feel the impact these constructions had not only on the empire, but on the history of humanity? Roman engineers were more than just skilled technicians. They were visionaries who saw beyond their time. And the most interesting thing is that each work they left behind told a story, as if it were a monument to their genius and the power of the empire. And speaking of making an impact, have you ever stopped to think about how these achievements shaped the world as we know it today? The ideas and innovations of Roman engineers were not limited to their time. They influenced entire generations. Now is the time for you to reflect. If we lived in those days, would we be able to understand the magnitude of these creations? Or rather, what would it be like to be part of an empire that trusted so much in the intelligence and creativity of its engineers? If this has piqued your interest, get ready, because we're going to dive into the next topic and reveal how these geniuses transformed Rome's relationship with one of humanity's most precious resources, water. Trust me, what they did will amaze you and show you why Rome was so much more than just a military empire. Which part has caught your attention the most so far? Leave it in the comments. We want to hear your thoughts. The magic of hydraulic engineers. Imagine the following scenario. You're in the bustling city of Rome with paved streets, bustling markets, and the sound of people talking. But there's something special in the air. Everywhere you look, a precious resource, essential to life, flows. That feature? Water. And the people who made it all possible were Roman hydraulic engineers, masters of creating supply and drainage systems that still impress today with their sophistication. At the height of the Roman Empire, water was more than a basic necessity. It was a symbol of power and innovation. The Romans understood that the key to the success of their cities, both from a sanitary and strategic point of view, was the precise control of the flow of water. To do this, they employed highly skilled hydraulic engineers who developed grandiose and complex projects such as aqueducts, cisterns, and sewer systems. These innovations ensured not only the survival, but also the comfort of the people in the great Roman cities. Aqueducts, the power of water. Flow. Roman aqueducts were, without a doubt, one of the greatest achievements of hydraulic engineering. These systems were designed to transport water from distant sources to cities, ensuring that Romans always had clean drinking water. The incredible engineering of Roman aqueducts was done to maintain a slight slope, which allowed the water to flow naturally without the need for pumps or other technologies. This was done in such a way that the water traveled up to 100 kilometers or more, often through tunnels dug into mountains or across long bridges that spanned valleys, such as the famous aqueduct of Segovia in Spain, which still stands after more than 2,000 years. These aqueducts not only provided public water sources, but also fed public baths, latrines, and ornamental fountains that were status symbols in Roman cities. In Rome, the water that came from the mountains was used to power 11 aqueducts that worked almost miraculously. It was as if Roman engineers had invented a machine that never stopped, always ensuring that the city never ran out of this essential resource. Imagine living in a city where, unlike other civilizations of the time, water was always available. You could take a bath in one of the Roman baths, a luxurious experience by the standards of the time, or simply drink the fresh water from any public fountain. What the Romans could do with water was impressive, and it was all thanks to the hard work and genius of these hydraulic engineers. Sanitation systems, keeping the city clean. Another fascinating example of the skill of Roman engineers was the creation of sophisticated sewer systems. In many Roman cities such as Rome and Pompeii, water not only reached homes and fountains, but was also used to carry away waste. The famous Cloaca Maxima, the largest sewer system in the city, was designed to drain rainwater and waste from urban areas. This system was so efficient that traces of it can still be seen in modern Rome. In fact, many streets in Rome still use ancient infrastructure from the Roman Empire to drain rainwater. These drainage systems were not only a matter of hygiene, but also a matter of safety. By keeping the streets clean and free of stagnant water, Rome prevented the spread of disease and improved the quality of life for its citizens. This concern for basic sanitation was one of the hallmarks of Roman civilization and became a model for urban systems around the world. Most impressively, this sewer system did more than just drain water from the streets. It was also part of a larger plan to transform the city into a true metropolis. Rather than simply keeping the city clean, the sewer system ensured that water flowed as efficiently as possible without creating floods or public health problems. The creation of cisterns, guardians of water. Roman cisterns were another essential innovation in ensuring water supplies in cities. These large underground tanks were built with stone walls and often waterproofed to prevent water leaks. The water that was stored in the cisterns came from aqueducts, but also from natural or rainwater sources, depending on the region. When water was scarce, these cisterns could be a lifesaver. An incredible example of a Roman cistern is the cisterns of Zephyr, located in Carthage. These cisterns could store hundreds of thousands of liters of water and, in times of drought, were a lifesaver for the local population. But it wasn't just the amount of water stored in these cisterns that was important, but also how they were designed. Roman cisterns were designed to prevent waste and ensure that the water remained clean and fresh for longer. Water engineering, the Roman legacy. What Roman engineers did with water was an amazing feat, and its impact was long-lasting. Their ability to control water and use it effectively not only brought prosperity to Rome, but was also one of the reasons the empire remained so powerful for so many centuries. These engineers weren't just creating solutions to immediate problems, they were planning for the future, ensuring Rome could support a growing population and maintain quality infrastructure for generations. Now I invite you to think, can you imagine what our lives would be like today without the work of engineers like these? Can we see the grandeur of Roman aqueducts and cisterns that still stand the test of time? You, as a viewer, now have an important role in this story. What do you think we could learn from Roman engineers to solve water and sanitation problems in modern cities? In the next few topics, we will show how these incredible skills of Roman engineers were not limited to water. They also made revolutions in the construction of ports and the creation of great warships. Stay tuned, because what is to come will amaze you even more. Did you know, or was it a surprise? Write here what surprised you the most. Masters of the seas. How Romamos's naval engineers ruled the waters. When you think of the Roman Empire, it's easy to imagine grand marble buildings or battles fought in arenas. But what perhaps goes unnoticed is the importance of the seas and rivers in maintaining Roman greatness. If Rome conquered so many lands, one of the reasons was the impressive ability of its naval engineers. The Romans were not only excellent on land, but also dominated the waters with their powerful machines, such as the triremes and quinqueremes, imposing and extremely effective warships designed to ensure control of the seas and rivers that connected the various provinces of the empire. These naval engineers played a fundamental role not only in battles, but also in trade and territorial expansion of Rome. Control of the waters meant control of trade routes, communication between different regions, and of course, maintaining order and defense of the vast empire. Let's take a closer look at this fascinating world of engineers who ruled the sea. Triremes and quinqueremes, giants of the sea. Imagine you are on the shore of the Mediterranean Sea at the height of the Roman Empire. Suddenly you hear the sound of oars hitting the water, and before you appears an immense ship, the trireme. This ship is not only a masterpiece of engineering, but also a nightmare for Roman enemies. Equipped with 3 rows of oars and a powerful, agile structure, the Roman trireme could reach high speeds and maneuver with impressive precision. Roman engineers designed the trireme to be fast and efficient, ideal for rapid attacks and ambushes. Equipped with a huge bronze tip on the bow, triremes were used to break through enemy ships. When a trireme approached an enemy, the maneuver was so precise that the opposing ship had no chance. This technique not only guaranteed victory in battle, but also ensured that the Roman Empire had a navy capable of facing any threat. But the Romans didn't stop there. The innovation continued with the quinquereme, an even more massive ship equipped with 5 rows of oars. Imagine the power of a ship with twice the strength of a trireme. The quinquereme was not only faster, but could also carry more troops and launch stronger attacks. Its ingenious design allowed the rowers to work together, providing a rare harmony between speed and power. Roman ports, the pillar of trade and military connection. In addition to warships, Roman engineers were also known for building strategic ports that not only facilitated trade, but were also essential to the defense of the empire. One of the most emblematic examples is the port of Ostia, the largest and most important port in Rome. Built from a complex network of piers and docks, the port of Ostia was a true masterpiece of engineering. Not only did it connect Rome to the rest of the Mediterranean world, but it also ensured the city's supply with food, goods, and even troops. Building a port like this required a deep understanding of hydrodynamics, as it was necessary to ensure that the site was protected from storms and attacks, as well as allowing ships to enter and exit quickly. Another example of incredible Roman ports is Portus Julius, which was designed to be even more advanced and secure. It had a system of circular docks that allowed ships to be easily repaired and refueled, making the transportation of goods more efficient. Imagine the logistics of a city like Rome, with a gigantic population and an economy based on trade. These ports were the lifeblood that kept the Roman Empire running, merchant and trade ships, the backbone of the empire. Roman engineers did not limit themselves to warships. They also designed ships for trade and cargo. These merchant ships were suited to transporting large quantities of goods, from grain and wine to marble and precious metals. The design of these ships was studied to ensure maximum efficiency in transportation and maneuvering. Having ships suitable for trade was essential for Rome to maintain its vast trade network. Without Roman naval engineers, the empire would likely not have been able to support so many provinces in the known world. Transporting goods and food between different corners of the empire ensured not only the survival of Roman cities, but also the prosperity of the empire as a whole. Challenges faced by Roman naval engineers. Despite their genius, Roman naval engineers faced immense challenges. From the technological limitations of the time to the constant risk of enemy attack, engineers had to be creative and adaptable. To deal with rough seas and unpredictable storms, for example, they designed ships with sturdy, well-balanced hulls, ensuring they could withstand extreme conditions. Additionally, there was always the danger of attack by pirates or foreign enemies, such as the Carthaginians during the Punic Wars. To overcome these threats, Roman engineers created highly effective naval combat tactics and strategies. One of the most notable was the use of the corvus, a type of hook that allowed the Romans to pass through enemy ships and fight hand to hand. This technique, combined with the strength of their ships, made the Romans stand out in battle at sea. The enduring legacy of Roman naval engineers. The legacy of Roman naval engineers is much more than ships and ports. Their legacy is the basis of many modern naval engineering practices. Without a doubt, Roman engineers pioneered the construction of war fleets and commercial ports in the centuries that followed. Even today, innovations begun by the Romans can be seen in modern warships and the port infrastructure of many major cities around the world. Now imagine yourself on the shore of the Mediterranean Sea again, watching one of those huge Roman ships navigate with precision. What would it be like to be at the center of that huge fleet? What do you think about all this? Have you ever wondered how Roman engineering influenced the way we think about shipbuilding and ports today? If you had the chance to design one of these ships, what would you do differently? Leave your thoughts in the comments and share your vision for how Roman innovations can inspire the future of naval engineering. In the next topic, we'll move on to one of the greatest feats of Roman engineering, the construction of bridges that defied time and connected the empire in a unique way. You don't want to miss it, do you? Which part has caught your attention the most so far? Leave it in the comments. We want to hear your thoughts. The art of Roman engineering. How bridges transformed the empire. Imagine living in ancient Rome, at the height of the Roman Empire. The roads are bustling, but the empire spans thousands of miles, and the distance between cities can be a challenge. The solution? Spectacular bridges that connected the farthest provinces, allowing people, goods, and armies to move quickly and efficiently. These bridges were not just river crossings, but symbols of Roman power and ingenuity, connecting not just cities, but cultures, territories, and the fate of the empire itself. When you cross one of these bridges, with the river water rushing beneath you, it is impossible not to ask yourself, how did these Roman engineers, without the modern tools we have today, create these impressive works? The secret lies in a unique combination of vision, mathematics, and technical skill. And most amazing of all, the innovative use of the arch. A simple yet revolutionary technique that forever changed the way bridges were built and established a lasting legacy for future generations. The secret behind Roman bridges, the magic of the arch. The secret to the strength and longevity of Roman bridges lies in the simplicity of the arch. Before the Romans, bridges were simple structures, unable to support large loads. Roman innovation came with the arch, which distributes weight more efficiently, allowing bridges to withstand time and heavy traffic, such as chariots and entire armies. The Roman arch was not just a structural form, it was the key to the survival of these bridges throughout the centuries. The precision with which each stone was cut and assembled made the difference between success and collapse. Each arch was a work of art, and the Roman engineer, like a master craftsman, knew that any error in the placement of the stones could compromise the entire structure. Roman bridges were not just crossing points, they were a demonstration of how engineering could control nature and turn challenges into victories. Imagine one of these bridges standing over a turbulent river, resisting the weight of time, as an eternal symbol of the strength of the Roman Empire. Trajan's Bridge, the ultimate example of Roman engineering. When it comes to Roman bridges, Trajan's Bridge is the most extraordinary example. Located on the Danube River in modern-day Romania, this bridge not only had a military purpose, such as facilitating the crossing of the Roman army during the campaigns against the Dacians, but was also a true work of art, celebrating the power and greatness of pomegranate. At over 100 meters long and 15 meters high, Trajan's Bridge was a symbol of innovation. With 20 arches, its construction involved techniques that were incomprehensible at the time, such as concrete foundations and the use of local limestone. The work has not only stood the test of time, but has become an engineering landmark, considered by many to be the largest Roman bridge ever built. Although the bridge was destroyed centuries later, its foundations still remain at the bottom of the Danube today. This is the enduring legacy of Roman engineering, where even the remains of its greatest works still bear witness to its greatness. Bridges, the empire in motion. But Roman bridges were much more than mere feats of engineering. They were essential to the mobility and prosperity of the empire. During military campaigns, bridges allowed Roman armies to move quickly, ensuring that Rome could respond to threats in record time. Furthermore, bridges were essential to trade, facilitating the movement of goods between the provinces of the empire. Grains, wines, oils and textiles could be transported easily, creating an interconnected economy that supported Rome's power. By crossing these bridges, merchants and citizens not only crossed rivers, but traveled through a thriving connected network, with each bridge a vital link in the empire's success. More than that, Roman bridges were an affirmation of Rome's dominance over the natural world. They were a way to demonstrate that Rome could overcome any obstacle, even the most raging rivers, and unite its vast lands under one banner. Challenges in construction. Overcoming natural obstacles. Building these bridges was no easy task. Roman engineers faced a host of natural challenges: mighty rivers, rugged terrain, deep ravines. But they met these challenges head-on, developing innovative techniques such as deep foundations, often underwater, to ensure the structure's stability. Central to this was the use of concrete, one of Rome's greatest innovations. This technology allowed for stronger, more durable bridges that could withstand the weight of time and constant traffic. The Romans also didn't stop at the initial construction. Constant maintenance of the bridges was essential, with regular repairs to ensure their integrity over the years. This thoughtful and innovative approach is what makes Roman bridges one of the greatest achievements of ancient engineering, and why so many of them still stand the test of time. The enduring legacy. Bridges that defined modern engineering. The impact of Roman bridges extends beyond their time. They have influenced generations of engineers over the centuries and continue to be a model of excellence in design and construction. The use of the Roman arch and concrete had a direct influence on the development of modern bridges, which are still based on these fundamental ideas today. Imagine what it would have been like to live at the height of the Roman Empire, walking across these monumental bridges, feeling like you were part of something great. Each crossing was not just a change of territory, but an affirmation of Rome's power, a demonstration of the engineering that connected the Roman world in an inextricable network. And as I think about it, I can't help but wonder, what would it be like to be there, on those bridges, with Rome spread out at your feet? I'd love to hear your thoughts on Roman bridges. Can you imagine what it would be like to cross one, or even witness one being built? Leave your thoughts in the comments. Your vision is an important part of this journey.